Wait! Before you scroll or spend another penny, you need to see this. What if I told you the two old wheat pennies sitting unnoticed in a coin jar, an old wallet, or even a family collection could be among the most exciting coins collectors search for? Most people overlook these pennies because they seem ordinary, but the right date, mint mark, and condition can make all the difference. In today's video, we're revealing two incredible wheat pennies that have captured the attention of collectors. You'll discover the hidden details that make them stand out, the mint marks to check, and the features that can separate a common penny from one that's highly desirable to collectors. We'll also explain why these coins continue to generate so much interest and what you should look for before you spend or ignore an old penny. The final wheat penny has a story that surprises even experienced collectors, so make sure you watch until the very end. You never know, your next coin discovery could be hiding in plain sight. Today we are exploring coin number 1, the 1936 Lincoln Wheat Penny with no mint mark. This featured coin is described as having light black spots on the front, a light black layer on the reverse, and being in fine condition. While many wheat pennies are common, collectors know that the date, mint mark, condition, and unusual characteristics can dramatically affect collector interest. The Lincoln Wheat Penny is one of the most famous coins in American history. It was first introduced in 1909 to celebrate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. It was also the first regular United States circulating coin to feature the portrait of a real historical person. Before Lincoln appeared on the cent, American coins usually displayed symbolic images such as Lady Liberty. The front of the coin was designed by Victor David Brenner. His portrait of Abraham Lincoln has become one of the most recognizable images in American coinage. Even after more than a century, Lincoln's profile remains familiar to millions of people around the world. When you look closely at the front of the 1936 wheat penny, you will see Lincoln facing to the right. Above his portrait is the national motto, "In God We Trust." The word liberty appears to the left, while the date 1936 is shown on the right. Since this example has no mint mark, it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. The reverse side is equally historic. Two graceful wheat ears stand on each side of the words 1 cent and United States of America. Above these words is the motto, E pluribus unum. This beautiful reverse design remained in use until 1958, making it one of the longest-running and most beloved designs in American coin history. The wheat penny is made primarily of bronze, consisting of approximately 95% copper, with the remaining percentage made up of tin and zinc. Because of its high copper content, these coins develop different colors over time. Some remain bright red, others become reddish-brown, while many develop rich brown surfaces after decades of natural aging. The specifications of this coin are also interesting. It weighs approximately 3.11 grams, has a diameter of 19.05 millimeters, and a thickness of about 1.5 millimeters. Although these measurements are standard for wheat pennies of the period, collectors often compare them with authenticated examples to make sure everything matches official mint specifications. Now let's discuss the unique appearance of this featured coin. It is described as having light black spots on the front and a light black layer on the reverse. Surface characteristics like these often make collectors curious because they can result from decades of storage, environmental exposure, or natural toning. However, experts never judge a coin based only on appearance. They carefully examine whether the surface is original, and whether any changes occurred naturally or after the coin left the mint. Professional graders inspect every detail using magnification and specialized lighting. They examine Lincoln's hair, cheek, coat, the lettering, the rims, and the wheat stalks on the reverse. Tiny differences that many people never notice can significantly influence a coin's desirability among collectors. The condition of this coin is described as fine. In this grade, important design details remain visible even though the coin has experienced circulation. Lincoln's portrait should still show recognizable features, while the wheat ears and lettering remain clear enough to identify the coin comfortably. Although fine is not the highest grade, many collectors appreciate original circulated coins because they represent genuine pieces of American history. One of the biggest reasons collectors enjoy wheat pennies is their historical connection. A 1936 penny has survived through generations of changing America. Imagine how many stores, businesses, families, and cities this tiny coin may have passed through before finally ending up in someone's collection. Every mark on the coin represents another chapter of its long journey. Collectors also enjoy searching for unusual varieties. Some look for doubled dies, repunched mint marks on other dates, off-center strikes, die cracks, clipped planchets, or other mint errors. While not every wheat penny contains a valuable error, the possibility keeps collectors searching through thousands of old coins every year. Many experienced collectors recommend checking every wheat penny before spending it. Even if a coin appears ordinary, small details can make a tremendous difference. The date, mint mark, strike quality, surface preservation, color, and overall originality all play important roles in determining collector demand. Another reason these pennies remain popular is that they are affordable for beginning collectors while still offering exciting discoveries for experienced numismatists. Completing a wheat penny collection has become a favorite goal for collectors throughout the United States because each date tells part of America's story. Storage is also extremely important. If you discover an old wheat penny, avoid cleaning or polishing it. Cleaning can permanently damage the original surfaces and may reduce collector appeal. Instead, handle the coin carefully by its edges and store it in a protective holder designed for coins. If you believe you have something unusual, consider having it authenticated and professionally graded. According to the information provided for this featured coin, this 1,936 wheat penny with no mint mark has a claimed market value of $275,200. It is important to remember that a figure like this would depend on the coin being authenticated, professionally graded, and possessing exceptional characteristics that distinguish it from ordinary examples. The value of any individual coin depends on rarity, condition, collector demand, and verified market sales. This is one of the most fascinating aspects of coin collecting. Two pennies with the same date can have dramatically different values depending on tiny details that many people never notice. That is why collectors spend countless hours studying mint marks, die varieties, strike quality, and preservation. Imagine discovering a forgotten wheat penny inside an old wooden box inherited from a grandparent. Imagine finding one tucked inside the pages of an old family Bible or hidden inside a vintage piggy bank that has not been opened in decades. Stories like these are one reason coin collecting continues to inspire people of every age. The search itself is part of the excitement. Every handful of old coins creates another opportunity to uncover history. Even when collectors do not find a major rarity, they still discover beautiful reminders of America's past. So before you spend another old penny, slow down and examine it carefully. Look at the date. Check for a mint mark. Study the condition. Notice the color and the details. Compare it with reliable references, and if it appears unusual, seek professional authentication. That simple 1-cent coin may not just be pocket change. It may be a fascinating historical collectible with a story that has survived for generations. Whether it becomes a treasured keepsake or an important collector's item, every wheat penny reminds us that history can sometimes fit in the palm of your hand. Thank you for watching. If you enjoy learning about rare American coins, hidden treasures, mint marks, and collector discoveries, be sure to subscribe and join us for more fascinating coin stories. Your next incredible discovery could already be waiting in your own collection. Today we are exploring coin number 2, the 1,937 Lincoln Wheat Penny with no mint mark. At first glance, it may look like an ordinary old penny that most people would never notice. In fact, without giving them a second look. But experienced collectors know that even a simple wheat penny can hide an incredible story. The date, mint mark, condition, originality, and collector demand can completely change how a coin is viewed. The Lincoln Wheat Penny is one of the most iconic coins ever produced in the United States. It first entered circulation in 1909 to celebrate the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. This was a historic moment because it marked the first time a real historical figure appeared on a regular circulating U.S. coin. Since then, Lincoln has become one of the most recognizable faces in American coinage. The front of the coin features Abraham Lincoln's portrait, created by designer Victor David Brenner. Above Lincoln is the national motto, "In God We Trust." The word liberty appears on the left side, while the date 1937 appears on the right. Because this coin has no mint mark, it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, which traditionally did not place mint marks on cents during this period. Turning the coin over reveals the famous wheat reverse. 2 elegant wheat stalks frame the words 1 cent and United States of America. Above them is the motto, E pluribus unum. This classic design remained in production until 1958 and continues to be one of the most admired designs in American coin history. The 1937 wheat penny is made primarily of bronze, containing approximately 95% copper with the remaining balance made up of tin and zinc. Because of its high copper content, each coin develops its own appearance over time. Some remain bright red, others become reddish-brown, while many naturally turn rich brown after decades of aging. This coin weighs approximately 3.11 grams, has a diameter of 19.05 millimeters, a thickness of about 1.5 millimeters, and a smooth edge. These standard specifications help collectors compare coins during authentication and grading. Our featured coin is described as being in very fine condition. This is an important grade because many design details remain visible. Lincoln's hair should still display noticeable definition, the cheek and coat remain well outlined, and the wheat stalks on the reverse continue to show attractive detail. Very fine examples are often popular because they combine historical character with pleasing eye appeal. Collectors carefully examine every part of a wheat penny before estimating its importance. They inspect the date, lettering, rim, strike quality, color, luster, and preservation. Tiny differences that seem insignificant to the average person can become very important in the collecting community. One reason wheat pennies remain so popular is their connection to American history. A coin struck in 1937 has survived generations of change. It may have traveled through thousands of hands, witnessed decades of American history, and eventually found its way into a collection where it continues telling its story today. Many collectors spend years searching through old coin jars, inherited collections, estate sales, antique shops, flea markets, and bankrolls, hoping to discover an overlooked wheat penny. The excitement comes from never knowing what the next coin might reveal. Professional numismatists also search for unusual varieties and mint errors. Although not every 1937 wheat penny contains a valuable variety, collectors always inspect old coins for doubled dies, die cracks, off-center strikes, clipped planchets, lamination errors, and other unusual characteristics. Discovering an authentic variety can make a coin much more interesting to specialists. Original surfaces are extremely important. Experienced collectors generally prefer coins that have never been cleaned or polished, because original surfaces preserve the coin's natural history. Cleaning can permanently reduce collector appeal, which is why experts recommend leaving old coins exactly as they were found. Storage also plays a major role in preservation. A wheat penny stored safely for decades often survives in much better condition than one carried in circulation for years. Using protective coin holders and handling coins only by their edges helps preserve their condition for future generations. Collector demand for Lincoln Wheat Pennies has remained strong for decades. They are among the most collected American coins because they combine beautiful design, historical significance, affordability for beginners, and the possibility of discovering fascinating varieties. Many people begin collecting wheat pennies because they enjoy completing date and mint collections. Others specialize in color variations, high-grade examples, or error coins. Every collector has a different goal, making this series one of the most exciting in American numismatics. According to the information provided for this featured coin, this 1937 wheat penny with no mint mark has a claimed market value of $285,300. However, figures like this depend on professional authentication, certified grading, rarity, exceptional characteristics, and actual collector demand. Ordinary examples generally sell for much less, which is why authentication is always essential. One of the greatest lessons in coin collecting is that two coins with the same date can have completely different values. Tiny differences in strike quality, preservation, originality, and rarity can separate an ordinary coin from an extraordinary collectible. Imagine opening an old family coin box that has not been touched for decades. Hidden among ordinary pennies could be a forgotten wheat penny waiting to be rediscovered. That possibility is what keeps collectors searching year after year. Every old coin represents more than money. It represents history, craftsmanship, and the people who once carried it. A simple 1-cent coin has survived wars, economic changes, and generations of Americans before reaching today's collectors. Before spending any old wheat penny, take a few moments to inspect it carefully. Check the date. Look for a mint mark. Examine the condition. Compare it with trusted references. And if it appears unusual, consider having it professionally authenticated. You may not discover a famous rarity every time, but you will gain a greater appreciation for America's coinage history. The 1937 wheat penny reminds us that some of history's most fascinating treasures are also among the smallest. Whether it becomes a valuable collectible or simply a cherished family keepsake, every wheat penny tells a story that deserves to be preserved. If you enjoyed today's rare coin discovery, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss our next hidden treasure. Your destination for rare US. Coins, valuable collector discoveries, mint marks, coin history, and fascinating stories from the world of numismatics. Remember, the next rare coin could be hiding in your pocket change in an old coin jar or a forgotten family collection. Thanks for watching $1 Million Coins. I'll see you in the next video with another amazing coin discovery.